Well, good morning, all. Today being the 11th of March, we are reconvening as on the last occasion we adjourned because Judge Makhubele wished to call a witness, and we will hear from Judge Makhubele whether she has secured the witness, and we'll hear the evidence of the witness's testimony. Judge Makhubele, we are here today at your request for the adjournment, and you wish to call a witness in support of your evidence. We are ready to hear the witness, Judge Makhubele.
Thank you, Chairperson and members of the Tribunal. I will let my attorney address you.
Yes.
Thank you, Chairperson, and good morning. Chairperson, during the last adjournment, as you had correctly indicated, Judge Makhubele wanted to call a witness for today, but I'd like to address a few issues before we can proceed that would indicate the progress that has been made so far in terms of what we have been working on since we last adjourned. The first thing that I want to place on record is that we still have an issue that is still ongoing with the fees of the previous senior counsel and junior counsel. As a result, we then had to bring on a new team to assist Judge Makhubele going forward. And as the state attorney, we have secured the services of Advocate Masuku, SC, as well as Advocate Simelani as his junior. And the other thing is, we would like to indicate to the tribunal that counsels are available only from Wednesday. And that we know that since the adjournment, there are issues that Judge Makhubele wants to address that are emanating from the previous cross-examination. Ms. Komane is available today, but we find ourselves in a challenge that we had a teleconference with her on the 27th of February to establish the facts that she would like to bring before this tribunal concerning her interaction with Judge Makhubele in December 2017. She then opted to rather submit a statement than appear in person. We then inquired from the JSC if that would be acceptable. They had given us a go-ahead. Unfortunately, she took her time before she could submit her statement to us. And when she finally sent the statement, which was on Thursday last week, upon looking at the statement, we realized that issues that we agreed on as being facts that took place during the conversation that she had in 2017 December with Judge Makhubele are now different from what she has stated in her statement. So right now, as matters stand, would like the tribunal to give us an opportunity to take advice from counsel, because I believe as her attorney that Judge Makhubele would be in a position to benefit from advice that would be given by counsel. Thank you.
I just don't understand the point that you are making. What are you saying, that you are not ready to proceed today? Can we get that out of the way? Because you're not happy with the way your witness is reacted to information which you have solicited from her. Can I just get that clear? Is that the position? We'll get to the availability of counsel in a moment.
Sorry, Chair, let me just take a few
Yes.
with the judge. Yes, Chairperson, what I can indicate is that yes, to your question, that we are not ready to proceed, and reasons being that we would like to take advice from counsel. I had indicated earlier on that during our telephonic discussion with Ms. Komani, she had confirmed the conversation that had taken place between herself and Judge Makhubele in December 2017. But upon us receiving her statement and reading the statement, we realized that her statement is now different. And that would have the consequences of Judge Makhubele having to now cross-examine her as a result. That is why I would like to take advice from counsel.
Questions of cross-examination usually come about when somebody else calls a witness, and that witness testify in chief for whoever calls the witness. My understanding is that the evidence leaders are not calling any further witnesses. The situation, as I understood it, and please correct me if I'm wrong, on the last occasion when we adjourned to date, it was because Judge Makhubele wanted to call a witness. Whatever that witness may say is really up to between Judge Makhubele and the witness. I'm given to understand that that witness has made a statement. Judge Makhubele doesn't seem to be entirely satisfied with that statement. I really don't know what we're going to do further. It is Judge Makhubele's witness that we are here today. Either there's a witness or there is no witness. Do you understand what I'm saying? The evidence leader is not calling the witness, as my understanding
Yes,
is.
Chairperson.
Judge Makhubele is calling the witness.
Yes.
And now we are being told that Judge Makhubele wants to cross-examine that witness. So if Judge Makhubele wants to cross-examine the witness, who's going to lead the witness? Do you follow what I'm saying?
I do, Chairperson.
Yes, so I can understand that Judge Makhubele has secured, this is the second part of the adjournment, counsel, namely Masuku SC, and they're not available today.
Yes, Chairperson.
That is my understanding, but that's the second part.
Yes.
If we do adjourn till when they are available, and I'm given to understand that they are now available only on Wednesday this week.
Yes, as from Wednesday,
Yes,
Chairperson.
yes.
Yes.
What are they going to do if there is no witness? Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yes, Chairperson, I
Yeah,
follow.
yeah. So if we can get some clarity before we take the next step, would you please take instructions from Judge Makhubele as to what is going to happen? Because we are reaching the end of this inquiry, and we're just going on and on and on. I was hoping that we would finish all the evidence today, but be that as it may, we'll stand down for 5 minutes, and you take instructions and let me know what it is that we are going to do. Come Wednesday, is there going to be another adjournment? Do you follow what I'm saying?
I follow you very well, Chairperson.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes. Just before we adjourn, can we be told more or less what the evidence is going to be that is anticipated will be given by this witness? If the witness is going to be called, if the witness is not going to be called, then that's the end of the evidence in the case, and we will move on to the next step, which is, well, we have two. We'd have to sort out the record and arrange dates for argument. But
Yes, Chair.
to simply adjourn to Wednesday and come Wednesday we don't have a witness, we then haven't achieved anything by the adjournment.
Understood, Chairperson.
Yes. So could you clarify that for me, please?
Thanks, Chair.
Is there anything else? Of course there is. Huh? Is there anything else you wish to add, Ms.
Except to say that we, like the Chair indicated, will
Yeah.
take a short adjournment
Well, yes, but
so that I
before
can
we
just,
do, I'll have
yes.
to hear from the evidence leader as to what their attitude is.
Okay, Chair.
Yes. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything else further from you?
Not at the moment.
Yes.
Yes, Chair.
Yes, thank you. Advocate Harrison.
Good morning and thank you, Chair. We've got no further witnesses that we are calling. We had anticipated that we'd be finalizing any cross-examination, if there were any cross-examination, and that Ms. Komane was the final witness that would be called. So we are sitting at that stage where we thought we would be finalizing today all the evidence, if possible. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, is there anything further? We will stand down for 5-10 minutes just so you can clarify your position.
Thank you, Chairperson. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Mobening, what, what's going to happen now?
Thank you, Chairperson. Before we took our short adjournment, Chairman, you needed clarification on, especially the first thing that I would like to address is the evidence of Ms. Komane, what Judge Makhubele wanted to establish. The first thing that Judge Makhubele wanted her to confirm is that she was allocated to her to be her clerk in 2018.
Actually,
Secondly,
Chairperson, we don't want counsel to give evidence. It's improper, it's unprocedural. Now we have to hear about a witness who's not here through counsel. I don't think it's correct, Chairperson, with respect.
Do you understand, Ms. Buneng, what has been pointed out to you? What we would like to know, is the witness going to testify today as was arranged the last time we adjourned? If the witness is not going to testify, we can't speculate on her evidence. Do you follow what I'm saying?
yes, Chair. I think my address was based on the specific question that you
Yes.
asked, wanting to know what she was going
Well,
to be here
and
for.
we know that the witness is here. Either Judge Makhubele wants to call the witness or she doesn't want to call the witness. And then we will move on to the next step. That is basically all we really want to know at this particular stage. We don't want to know what the difficulties may be with the witness or what the witness is going to say or you would like the witness to say.
Understood, Chair.
Yes.
What I can indicate, Chairperson, based on my earlier remarks, is that today, Judge feels that she would like to be advised by counsel. So the answer to your question is she is not going to call the witness today, but rather the witness should be called on Wednesday and not today.
I don't even know if the witness is going to be available or what would come from any further consultations. If the witness is not prepared to give evidence today, why would the witness be prepared to give evidence on Wednesday? Do you follow what I'm saying? Judge Makhubele sought the adjournment on the last occasion to call the witness today.
Yes, Chair.
Now, the witness is either going to say what Judge Makhubele wants or not. And if not, then that's the end of the witness because nobody else can lead the witness. Nobody else wants to call the witness. And I would have expected Judge Makhubele to be ready today to lead a witness. No, we're not going to stand down till Wednesday. We must finish this
Yes, Chairperson.
inquiry one way or the other. So come Wednesday and the witness is still of the same view that the witness is today, then what are we going to do on Wednesday? Either the witness is prepared to testify about events that happened some time ago. There's no need to stand down. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I follow, Chairperson.
Yes.
Can I just speak to Judge 2 minutes? Thank you, Chairperson. My instructions are still that Judge Makhubele would like to call the witness on Wednesday when counsel is available.
Well, my understanding is that the witness is available today. Counsel is
Yes,
not
Chair.
available.
Yes, Chair.
The matter was adjourned at Judge Makhubele's request to today. We are here today at Judge Makhubele's request. And either the witness, how do we even know if the witness is going to give evidence or not come Wednesday? And come Wednesday, counsel may ask for a further postponement. Speaking for myself and only for myself, now I'll consult with the other members of the tribunal. The witness is available. The witness could be led today as to say what the witness is going to say. We can't simply just adjourn to wait for counsel. We'll never get finished. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Chairperson, I follow what
Yeah.
you're saying, but like I indicated, I take instructions. Yes, and my instructions from Judge Makhubele is that she would rather have counsel present than to proceed without counsel, and that based on the fact that counsel was only appointed last week before the witness was mentioned, she would please like to have counsel present.
And the wasted cost, it's today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I mean, come Wednesday, what's going to happen?
Chairperson, I can
I
only...
know, I'm asking it,
thank
it's here. Do we have any assurances, any whatsoever, the witness is going to testify, counsel will be ready to proceed on Wednesday?
Chair, what I can indicate is that I know that on Wednesday, based on the cross-examination that took place, Judge Makhubele has issues that she would like to still, that are emanating from the cross-examination, that she would like counsel to re-examine her on, and that
No.
should be reserved for that day, and also to lead the evidence of the witness.
I'm afraid Judge Makhubele closed her case on the last occasion. And that's that. And now this witness is being, well, if I may even use the word used, to achieve a further adjournment until counsel is available. I'm afraid my view is that just simply out of the question. We either proceed with the witness today or we don't. There's no assurance that the witness will be available on Wednesday, as I understand it, or the witness will be called. Because if we have trouble today, why won't we have trouble on Wednesday?
Sorry,
Yeah.
for the record, I don't think she closed her case last time. She finished her evidence in chief and was cross-examined. That is Judge Makhubele. She did not actually close her case as you indicated now, with respect.
Yeah, no, I understand that that's the position, but I understood, and I may be mistaken, and I speak subject to correction, that she finished her evidence, if not her case. She didn't close her case. We are
Yes,
here
Chairperson.
today because she wanted to call a further witness, and
Yes.
either we hear the witness or we don't. The date was specifically set to accommodate Judge Makhubele. Do you understand what the situation is?
I do,
Yes.
Chairperson.
If Judge Makhubele wants to reopen her case, well, that's up to the judge. But another wasted day. We've been going on with this case. My understanding is for Judge Makhubele's case since July last year. We're in the middle of March this year now. and we can't seem to get to an end with the evidence. Yeah. Is there anything further that you wish to say?
Chairperson, I don't think anything that I would like to indicate at the moment is gonna serve any, purpose, because that would just be basically to address the issue of when council is now here, what we thought could happen after the re-examination and the leading of the evidence. But it's nothing that takes this discussion any further, except to say that we had planned that then there would be the discussion based on their when they would like to submit their written and oral submissions.
Well, that is
Thanks.
the next step, as far as concerned with the evidence that's outstanding. Let's hear what the evidence leader has to say about the situation, and I'd like to discuss it with the other members of the tribunal, but there's no need to take an adjournment.
Chairperson, on previous occasions, we had indicated that there would be written aids of argument would be submitted, and then we would argue the matter before yourself. That was the last conversation that we had. But while I have an opportunity, Chair, I'm a little bit concerned because there was a pretrial conference that was held in November of 2022. And at that pretrial conference, it was for us to be able to determine and deal with the issues, especially the witnesses that we are going to call, and so that we understand the time that should be given to the matter. We were not provided with the list of witnesses, despite there being a pretrial record where the names of the witnesses were supposed to, if I remember correctly, supposed to have been indicated or given to us by the end of November. That was not forthcoming. And Chair, I really also want to put this on record. We have been forthcoming with every postponement that there has. We have adhered to every postponement that there has. We since this matter, we really have, every time the matter has been postponed, we have okayed it to say it's fine. We will present ourselves. And we have truly presented ourselves all the time. And it's unfortunate that we come here today. And today we are then informed that the matter cannot proceed. It's wasted time for us as well being here. And we would really like everything to be finalized within the next few days, Chairperson. I'm really requesting that this matter really be considered by the tribunal, that cannot postpone this matter any further. Thank you.
Is there anything you wish to say in reply, Ms. Mobeng?
Chair, can Judge Makhubele?
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Sorry, Chair. Oh, sorry, too. Judge Makhubele would like to address the issue raised on the list of witnesses, seeing that I was not part of the in 2022. Thank you.
Minute.
Thank you, Chairperson and members of the tribunal, for the opportunity. I don't know whether or not the evidence leaders were provided with a list of witnesses, but my recollection, I did provide my legal team with a list of potential witnesses, and I think from the email that I'm reading here, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So whether or not this was provided, but now I chose to call only one from the witnesses that were discussed. So I will check the record whether there was any discussion with the evidence leaders as to who are the witnesses. But at all times, I have always wanted to call this particular witness, and even in my evidence, I did mention a name. Thank you.
I'm not going to get involved in what was said and what wasn't said between you and the evidence leaders, Judge Makhubele. I'm going to stand down for no more than 5 minutes to discuss the situation with the rest of the tribunal, and when I come back, I will issue a ruling as to whether we again heed to your request for an adjournment until Wednesday or not. We'll stand down for 5, 10 minutes. Yes, thank you. The tribunal have discussed the request for an adjournment. Considering the grounds presented to this tribunal, it is the unanimous view of the tribunal we proceed today and hear the witness on not depending upon Judge Makhubele's attitude towards the witness, but an adjournment will just further delay the matter. So, as far as the tribunal is concerned, the request for a further adjournment is denied. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Judge Makhubele, are you calling the witness, or what are we going to do further? We have adjourned on the last occasion at your request. What are we? We are here today to hear the rest of your case.
Chairperson and members of the tribunal, not to undermine your decision, with much respect, I respect you. I'm in a position where I can't even think of what to do with the witness, and I don't want you to review your decision, but if you deny me the opportunity to, now that you have denied me the opportunity to seek counsel's advice on the witness, I'm not calling the witness today. I don't know what to do with her. Thank you.
Do you have any further witnesses to call, Judge Makhubele?
That would have been my only witness.
So you have no further witnesses?
There's no other witness to call.
Yes. Thank you. Then there is no further evidence, and all that remains for this tribunal to do are really two things, as I understand it. Perhaps the other members may have something else to add. We have to sort out the record, which is very voluminous, and what we have to do is to decide what is the record of this tribunal, and whatever else that we may have over there will be really in the form of exhibits. We further have to decide as to whether we will require written heads of argument and whether the parties then want to address the tribunal. Once that is done, we will, the tribunal will then prepare its report for the JSC. So we will then, I can then say that all witnesses have been called. There's no further evidence that will be led, and we will now.
I'm sorry to
Yes.
interrupt, Chairperson. I've been meaning to do this the minute you started talking. I have not. I have no further witnesses to call, but my evidence, there were two issues that we said we require, I require to be guided by counsel. My evidence is not closed. I have not dealt with issues arising from cross-examination. Every other witness that has testified before this tribunal has had that opportunity. After you are cross-examined and then you look at the then you address issues that were raised that you were maybe not immediately able to respond to. So that part of my evidence is still outstanding, and and that's where I said counsel is going to lead me to re-examine me. So I'm not closing my evidence, Chairperson. I'm sorry for if there's a misunderstanding or miscommunication.
Well, my recollection that the last occasion when we met, My understanding was that, as far as your evidence was concerned, you had concluded your evidence. Now you are seeking an opportunity to have counsel present to re examine you. That is something else entirely, rather than an adjournment for the witness. Is this now another application that you want the matter to stand down until you get counsel to re examine you? And that counsel, as I understand the application, will be available on Wednesday. There won't be another request for an adjournment again.
Chairperson, it's not a request for an adjournment. Even if you may consider it, and reading your tone, you're not inclined to wait for counsel for any reason. So I'm saying there are issues arising from cross-examination that I want to place on record. So you may want to, I am requesting an opportunity to place those issues on record. And if you are not going to wait for counsel, give me an opportunity to put my documents together, and then put those issues that arise from the cross-examination, and then I will then close my case. And I don't know. I will have to look at the. My understanding was, after every witness has testified, even my own witnesses, and cross-examined, I would. The intention was, there are lingering issues from my own cross-examination that I need to close off. So if you're not prepared to wait for counsel on Wednesday, you can give me an opportunity to put my documents together, and and I will close off the issues.
Well, this is a different request. You're now requesting time to consider whether your evidence should be closed or not. But you have considered it, and you say there are issues that's outstanding on your evidence that you wish to clarify. Am I correct? That you wish to clarify some issues on the evidence which you gave before this tribunal?
Yes, those are issues arising from the cross-examination.
Yes. How long do you need?
I
Between
can
today and tomorrow. Will you be ready today? We can stand
I
down.
can do that tomorrow. I can do that tomorrow, because there are documents to that I will need to end up. I didn't bring them today because I thought today was going to deal with something else. But my attorney is writing something to me. Can I
Yes.
can I listen to her? Thank you, Chairperson and members of the
Yes.
tribunal. My attorney was just reminding me of her own predicament for tomorrow. But we have agreed that if you allow me, that she was not available tomorrow, but we have agreed that if you allow me to go home and prepare to close my evidence, tomorrow she will send someone to come and sit with me. We're not going to wait for her.
You may or may not be in a position to tell me what issues do you believe is still outstanding that you wish to prepare on so I can discuss it with the tribunal. Or you will tell us when we reconvene as to what it is that you.
I think it's best if I raise them as I testify, not to pre-warn the about what I'm going to testify about, Chairperson. If it's not arising from cross-examination, the evidence, I think they are much alert. They are a good team. They will object that, Judge Makhubele, that's not arising from cross-examination.
Anything else?
That's all, Chairperson.
Mr. Chairman, before the evidence leader responds, I just want to raise this with Judge Makhubele is, don't you think that you are now leading us to take part and to go and consider doing things in an irregular manner? Because I know we're not in a criminal trial here, but in any trial, there will be no basis to want to reopen cross-examination in circumstances that you are doing now. It will really mean that you want to have a bite of the cherry again, so-called. It would be irregular for us to go even to consider this kind of question. I don't know of any law which allows it, whether civil or what, or tribunals of this nature, for us to proceed on the basis of something which is clearly on its own irregular to do. I don't, speaking for myself, I don't want to be part of irregular proceedings at all. You are putting us into a very difficult position now. Having finished your evidence, to make a request to come back and address issues based on what came out in cross-examination. Again, speaking for myself, you're putting us into a very difficult position now.
Thank you, Judge Mushid. I don't know. I'll be the only one who has not been re-examined, because when a witness is cross-examined, their leader, I was leaderless, then ask them, you have been asked to produce such and such a document. Look at volume so and so. Is that the document? And then they confirm yes. During my cross-examination, I was sitting here alone. I didn't have, Miss Mubeng is here, but she doesn't have the document. I have not consulted with her for purposes of running this tribunal. I can think of questions that I was asked and I replied, but that require some backing with a document. I've put together all those documents. I said I don't want to forewarn the evidence leader or the tribunal or give my evidence in advice. I can think of a question like I was asked why, because one of the charges, remember, is that I continued to communicate with the PRASA board members post 16 February, and why the ENS opinion rejection letter was written after my resignation.
Sorry,
So I
Chairperson,
have,
I must interrupt Judge Makhubele. She is now, in a way, coming through the back door to tell us what the evidence was in cross-examination. It's also irregular for us to take part in this kind of process. You may not be allowed, unless you can convince me otherwise, to give me the authority. that to do what you're doing now, to try and put on record your evidence that came out in cross-examination. So thank you.
Judge Mushidi, before I begin tomorrow, I will address that issue and I will go straight to the record to say this is this issue that was raised. Here is the document that I am now handing up. So can I address that tomorrow? If you refuse, you will refuse. But allow me that opportunity.
Yes, thank you. Of concern to me, Judge Makhubele, is that when you closed your, in fact, when you finished your evidence, you indicated that you've got another witness to call. And the assumption created was that you had finished your evidence entirely. The issues of re-examination were never brought to our attention that you may want to reopen your evidence. It becomes a difficult situation for the tribunal to consider anything. So I don't know what could have changed between now and from the last time we were here.
Thank you, Ms. Madiwa. Without going into the merits or the particular evidence where I think I need to close off, I am saying it. I did not say I'm closing my evidence, and you are saying it was assumed. And I do not remember if I was asked, "Are you closing your evidence?" So I all I'm saying is that it's issues that were in the cross examination where I think I need to 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 address. If I'm making a mistake, but I don't remember that being asked, are you closing your evidence? And you are saying it was assumed. So that's the assumption of the tribunal.
Well, Judge Makhubele, can I show it's on record here? When you
I
finished, you were asked, is there anything else you wanted to say? And you said no.
I
If it's on the record,
don't know, Chairperson, if you're not going to allow me to bring this evidence, that's your discretion. But I am saying it's nothing new. It's simply where I was required to I was asked a question and I didn't have a document to support my answer. I have those documents, but that's basically it. It's not that I'm going to start giving evidence, but if it's something material where you are refusing me that permission to hand up a document to support a particular answer, then that's your discretion. But I will hear what my legal my counsel says about it. But I didn't want to wait for counsel. You may want to listen to me in the morning, and if it's reopening a case, then you can throw that evidence out. But all I'm asking is that you give me an opportunity.
quite don't understand what you're saying now, Judge Makhubele. If you want to hand up documents, you say that will support evidence that you've already given. Well, you may certainly do so if you had referred to the document. When you prepare written heads of argument, we don't have to listen to additional evidence. That's the point I think that Judge Mushidi has made. That as far as your evidence is concerned, that's something that you brought to an end on the last occasion when we sat. If there's additional documents that support evidence that you had given, you may certainly put such documents with your any heads of argument that this tribunal will require in due course. But another day of hearing evidence is just prolonging matters. We've been busy with your evidence since last year. I think the state closed the evidence leaders closed their case around July last year, and it's between July last year and now that you've been presenting your case. So if there's any documents that you have that you say that supports the evidence that you had given, well, those documents you may certainly put up when argument is presented. There's no need for any further evidence. That's the point I take from what you have said now, unless there's something else that you wish to say. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I I
Yeah,
I hear you,
yeah.
Chairperson, and well, maybe just to correct you, I only started giving evidence this year in February, not last year in July. On simply putting the documents without uh, referring to what I am, I am, I am answering. I don't know, Chairperson, but if that's your view, that you are not prepared to listen to me, you have heard enough from me, and even where I say I think it's important, that's your discretion. And all I wanted was, I've always, as even when I was testifying, saying I reserve my rights to be guided by counsel. And now counsel is available, and you don't want me to have that benefit of counsel look at my cross examination and re examine me. So it's your decision, Chairperson.
Yes, thank you. Is there anything else, Judge Makubele?
There's a I know you, um, because when you simply attach a document to your heads of argument, the evidence leader would not have had an opportunity to say anything about it. I hope it's not going to trouble you when you write a report. If they have they have I've been asked the question, and I replied and I said, I have a document, I don't have it with me. Then now I go and attach it to heads of argument. The evidence leaders have not had a chance to look at the document. I hope and let the record indicate that the tribunal will not have a problem with the fact that the evidence leaders would not have had sight of that document.
Yes, is there anything else?
That nothing further, Chairperson.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Advocate Harrison, is there anything you wish to add?
Nothing further, Chairperson. Thank you.
Can I just, can we just stand down for 5 minutes, please? Yeah. No need to adjourn. Yes, thank you all. Judge Makhubele, it is the unanimous view of this tribunal that whatever documents that you wish to put up, you may certainly attach those to any heads of argument that you may wish to present. But today, as far as this tribunal is concerned, will be the last day that there'll be an opportunity to give any further evidence. There'll be no adjournment to take any further evidence, and such documents that you wish to refer the tribunal to, you may certainly put them up with whatever explanation you may have in or when you present your heads of argument. So, as far as the evidence is concerned, unless you have any further witnesses, that would bring to an end the occasion when we will take any further. Next step would then be sorting out the record and setting dates when the heads of arguments would be ready, and the date, if needed, we will give you then for the hearing of further argument. Thank you. We will now stand down and you can consider as to when you think you would be in a position to be ready with heads of argument in this matter. And as I've said, you may certainly argue the matter as you seem fit and put up such documents as you think supports your case. But the next step in these proceedings would be to sort out the record, and I'm hoping to do that latest by tomorrow. I will let you know the time as soon as I have discussed that with the rest of the tribunal. We will then stand adjourned, and I've just been informed that lunch would be ready. Thank you. We are adjourned.
Thank you, Chairperson.
1, 2.
As I said, thank you and all. Welcome back. What we have to do now, firstly, is to sort out the record. We'd have to set out the main volumes and the annexures as well as the exhibits. We're hoping to do that by tomorrow, is to, as they would say, fix up the record, and that would be the record of this hearing. So if we could meet tomorrow, all the parties involved, that is the evidence leader, Judge Makhubele, and I think we'd have to inform the complainants as well, and to sort out the record. Then we have to decide the question of heads of argument, as it is called, when it should be exchanged, and that too would include the complainant. And then we would have, once that is decided, we'd have to decide when we're going to hear the parties. So that we'd have to sort out. Hopefully we can do it all by tomorrow. That remains to be done. And once we have all the heads, and once we've heard the parties, we will then prepare a report of this hearing, and it will be given then to the JSC, who will decide either to comply with it, not to comply with it, and to take the matter further. If there's anything else, then the oral hearings of this matter then is concluded, and we will meet tomorrow, I understand, 10 o'clock, to sort out the matters I have referred to today. So, there being no further business for the tribunal, we then stand adjourned. Sorry?
Is it not better to adjourn to a specific date?
Well, it's going to be difficult to adjourn to a specific date.
It's got a value.
Yeah, well, it's the venue and the date. Yeah. Is there anything else? Thank you, that is it. We'll meet here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Yes.